When you close your eyes, do you see things? You don't see shapes, colors? You don't see stuff? You do, when you close your eyes, you see stuff, right? There's people that close their eyes, they don't see anything. Nothing. It's like a blank slate. Isn't that trippy? Hello, girl. How are you? Pretty girl. She says hi. I'm not in the mood. Out of my bed, stinky boy, and in the chair. It's a pretty girl. She's so cute. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoke empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Today was a pretty okay day. It was I was recognized the first time on the street for my YouTube videos. Well, it could go either way. Because I don't know where the person is sitting and what video they saw. So I don't know, so it worked out great. I met a nice woman today. She was so nice. And I even happened, because I went to get my buddy, and Augustine, and he, Augie, and he wasn't quite done where he works, and he said, give me about 30 minutes. I said, okay, I'm going to go to the grocery store, I'm going to get a couple things, and then I'll be back. And then I noticed people, because usually, I'm very animated in life. Need some water, bud? So people look at me, they watch me. I'm somewhat of a spectacle. I don't mind. I have fun and people notice. So this lady had noticed me. She's an older woman. It's hard to tell. I'm not good with age, guessing. So she's older than me, younger than you. And good boy, Artie. After I was checking out, and I walked out to my car, and I could see through the minivan, the window, because I had my headphones on both ears, so I could drown out the world. And she said, I could see, she was like, excuse me, and I flipped my ear back, and I said, hi. And she came around, and she said, I recognize you from your talks. Your talks on, and she's like, it's your voice. And there's actually a video, some videos I did of, God, it was like 2-3 months ago. And it was around the same time, like, we met your cousin, and and it was determined that you were, like, born around here and stuff like that. And it all was unfolding around the same time. And I went to the Taos Pueblo, and there was, I'm not gonna give it too much time, but the last couple days it's gotten traction as far as viewings, and so a lot of people are seeing it. So I didn't know. Tucker, get down. Go lay down, you little turd. I didn't know where she was, what stance she was, and people choose to get offended by things that I say a lot, because taking offense to words are the choice of the person. It's like beauty's the eye of the beholder. So is, I'm gonna be offended, or what you said is so offensive, or whatever. And I'm like, dude, the way you act, you should find offensive, slothful, glutton, lazy, not trying to ever learn anything. But yeah, that's my fault. So The woman came around and to the front and to the van. I loaded my stuff, and she said, I saw your videos, and she said, I just wanted to let you know that a lot of the men on the Pueblo aren't very smart, and they're still to this day very disrespectful to women. I said, I know, this is why I will forever speak out. See, I don't care what the club is. I hate fucking clubs. We've moved around so much. I've always been the outsider, so I can tell who the people who have open hearts that welcome others. And I can tell who are oh, you're an outsider, I'm going to close off, and then that's going to be of no benefit to me and what I'm trying to do in my life, right? So there's like two kinds of people, right? There's people that are fucking useful and have open hearts, and then there's all the fucking rest, as far as I'm concerned. And when people only care about themselves, I know that just shows me, it's just right in my face, they're never going to give a shit about me, so why the fuck should I bother? Right? Sometimes that's where I get. And then my heart gets soft, and then I'm like, okay, I'll help whoever. I'll help whoever needs it. That's all I'm here to do, is just help people. If I'm being withholding, then I'm just like them, and I don't want to be like them, so don't be withholding, Marge. So and I was like, and after she said this, and she like started to like break down in tears, and I said, that is why I talk on my tube. That is why I talk. Because in every group, every club, every organization, there's always like, this is how it is in our culture, and if you don't like it, you're the outsider, and you're the enemy, and they can just do whatever they want if you don't want to go against their stupid rules. And are people finding out? Like, I see it all over social media. Social media and people like me getting the word out of what fucking what wars really are. It's all just opportunity to blow people up and freaking, these fucking swinging wiener club and all this lame ass shit, killing people. You're not supposed to kill people. You're not supposed to kill people. You're not supposed to take other people's lives. You're not supposed to make people live in ways that they don't want to live. You're not supposed to impose suffering. There's no hierarchy of like race on the planet. There's shades of people's skin. I don't go by ethnicity. I go by shades of people's skin and the content of their character. I don't go by shades of people's skin. I don't go by ethnicity. When I refer to people, I'm like, they're light skin, dark skin. I don't care where they're from. It doesn't matter to me. All this shit that's going on in freaking, it's more of the freaking bullshit show. It's more of the shit show. All this stuff in Israel and stuff like that. You know what? I think I find it really amusing how it's the same thing with Ukraine. Don't give me the bullshit about wow shit that's going on in a far off land when there's so many Americans. I went past a food donation church place. They were having donations today, giving away bags of food. There was a line of cars, probably 15 people lined up to get food, because so many people need shit, basic shit, and all these people that are just out there that don't need basic shit, so they don't care about anybody else but themselves. And there's no group organization. This is the communities are gonna have to come together to help feed people and get them through this winter. I'm already going through my clothes trying to freaking, figure out who to give what to. And not to the freaking local thrift stores, because they are con artists, man. They will, you give them shit and they are worse than the Goodwill. I had to get a sweater for Mom at one. It was $20 for like a mass sweater. Because we're so far out of the way, they hold you over a barrel. You have no choice but to pay what things cost, and they just set them so high because what? Their farts smell like roses? I mean, what's the reason? Because they're cogs and they don't have any talent or actual ability or can do, you know, legitimate, have actual skills that are valuable in society. They gotta fucking take shit for free and sell it and mark it up 500%. So they can go skiing down the hill, down the mountain, and then up the ski lift, and down the mountain, and up the ski lift. While people are fucking freezing on the streets. Whatever happens, whatever this country gets is what this country deserves. The people of it. Yep. So the lady I was telling her about the air farce and stuff like that, and she said that her granddaughter was in the air, that she's in it now, and she said that's how they get you. That's how they get you. I gotta do it for a future. I gotta go to college. Because they tell you, my brother was the one that indoctrinated. You gotta go to college and get a degree and be a productive member of society. I'm just a tax ID number. That's all. And society's mad because I'm not giving it half my income because I don't have any income because I just make sure mom's comfortable. I'm a stay-at-home daughter. That don't come with the paycheck. God makes sure that we're taken care of, though, so that's all right. So I was happy to report that the first person that has ever seen my videos that recognized me in real life, it was a positive. She was happy. And she's like, she said, she told me about her granddaughter. She's like, right, my granddaughter. I said, I tell everybody, don't go into the military, dude. Don't be a part of the freaking karmic trash pile that this nation has become because of greed and hypocrisy. So much hypocrisy. It's just, Yet, all the while, people are still gathering for their freaking, you know, homage to the Roman Empire at their stupid fucking stadiums and shit like that. So is this the fault? So I was listening to, who was I listening to? I was listening to him because I don't want to be like him. So I was making myself listen to Santos Bonacci because I think he's an Aries. Dude goes off his fucking rails. He goes off his rails. I get why people like. Yeah, I see parts in myself that I don't like in that guy. That's why I make myself watch him or listen to him, rather. And he's like, I don't know what his placements are, but he's out there right now. Because I don't want to be like him, man. I really, if this eclipse is big on a change and stuff like that, the change that I want to be is to be less like him. But he like, yeah, I do. I've done it. I've talked in a general way, but it sounds like I'm talking trash to the people that are watching my videos. And that's what it sounds like to me. I'm like, you sound like you're just talking shit to the people that are watching your videos, because he tells them how stupid they are and calls them C words and stuff like that. You know, he's in Aries in isolation. I think he's down in Mexico or something. I don't know. And Robert Phoenix, they were talking about how he was going off the rails in his chat, and I'm just keep thinking about how cold it's supposed to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be really cold, and I didn't get the plastic on the windows. I got pieces cut, but I didn't get plastic on the windows because I didn't get tape. And I don't really feel comfortable using the staple gun. I guess I could. It'd just be like toot 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 really fast. I don't know. We'll see how motivated I am tomorrow when it's chilly in my bits. When I wake up and I'm freezing. talking about though? About how, oh, he was talking about Trump as a pedophile. I just, oh my gosh. Anyway, so my whole initial idea about this was like, I don't care what the group is. Oh, he was going on about, oh, it's not the Jesuits and the this, and it's not, it's the so and so who's and people that are going around talking about groups that are responsible for the, the elites, and how shitty the world is because of the control at top and the money, and the demonic influence, and the lack of God, good orderly direction, and all of it collectively swirling around in this hodgepodge. My thinking is it's not any group or anything like, it's all of them. It's the fact that there's people that designate other people that get positions of a power and authority because they played tennis with them, not because they're qualified for the job, or that they got drunk at a party and went to a strip club and had a good time, and so now they're buddies, so they give this person this job and not the ones that are qualified. Nepotism has never been in my favor. And I don't care about not being a part of a tribe. I really don't, because when I look around at all the tribes and all this nation to see what they evolved to, that's okay. I'm glad I didn't end up sitting on a freaking stool at a casino. And all these groups, they have like, oh, our history is so sacred. They never talk about it. It's a big secret, right? History is just this big secret, and it's all sacred, and they get to use their benefits to benefit their group with their sacred history. And what I find out in 2023 is it's all bullshit. If it was so sacred, you'd want more people to know about it, and you'd want to share that shit. And maybe I would have been part of a tribe, but you know what they did? But mom's parents adopted her when she was a baby because she was born with 2 club feet. So she was deformed to them. So they didn't want to go through all the trouble that their future. So they just turned her over to an orphanage because, hey, if you don't want a problem, that's just a easy way to get rid of it. Just make it somebody else's, and America in the 1950s was all too willing to freaking take children from reservations and Pueblo and stuff all over. So my mom very well could be from the Pueblo, but it don't matter because she got thrown away. And I'm grateful that I didn't grow up around here anyway, because I went out and I did stuff in life, and people here, it's like a 50-50 split. Old ideas are nil until you let go absolutely. Don't talk to me about the old ways unless you can step in front of me with the same level of integrity in all ways, mind, body, and spirit. Yeah. And if you haven't put into the work to give a crap about yourself, even a little bit, like I have, just keep watching. Because you're not ready for a conversation with me yet. Yeah. So, and I've been told that people have ill intentions for people around here. They have dark magic, and they use their black magic, and they want to put spells on you and stuff like that. So now I go out and God, please protect me and help me and keep me safe and guide me in thought and action so that I come home to mom, make sure she gets a good supper, and the dogs get let out. So, because people are not always cool. And I mean no ill will, but see, they just don't like what I say, and people get so pissed off about words that they want to freaking fight and kill you. As you can tell in Israel. What's going on over there? It's not, it has nothing to do. I have no say. I don't, it has nothing to do with me. And now people are going to get hazardous duty pay because we're going to go over there and be part of the hazard. And it's stupid and it's bullshit. And more soldiers from America are going to go over there and say it's none of our business. We have no business being here, and people are dying, and now we're a part of it. But they think it's really cool. I saw an article about how people were really traumatized to figure out that rape was like a part of war. And I've talked about it in my videos. I'm like, dude, that's what these guys did, man. When I was, they came back. They did that because they're like killing, and they didn't even know that was like that their body was gonna like respond. Like, who would think that killing people is gonna turn you on? A lot of these guys, it gets them so worked up, it does. Now they're forever freaks of nature. And they can't talk about their wives about that. Can't talk about their counselors about that. Because people just aren't going to understand that. And what? And then they go to jail too? No, they don't go to jail. War's dirty and gross, and it just shouldn't be a thing. People got to make money, so it is. I had some screenshots. This was, I thought was interesting. See, because, I mean, I get the whole idea of, like, you know, when I was in the, Mom grew up Catholic. See, I always just have been looking for, like, a connection to source in all places. Mom grew up Catholic, so our background on a spiritual hunt has been Catholicism, baptism, Episcopalia, when I was in basic training, on Sundays you could go to church. They even had like, I think the Wiccans could meet. They had like all the, like, it didn't matter. Because you can't discriminate against religion, so people can, you know, you could so like what, slitting the throat of a goat and doing your woolly over a, I'm not into spells and shit like that. You don't fuck with people's free will. You just don't do that. And a lot of people do that. And you oughtn't do that. All that divination stuff, it comes with a really heavy price. And then there was like the religious science. I was in the recovery, Friends of Bill W, for a number of years. Forever seeking for peace, that connection. You know, I want to know peace because I know war. And people that have always known peace, they want to know war. Like people that want to see horror movies and stuff like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just know that shit happens in real life too. And do you still want to see it? Does it still get your gilly? Still get you going? I never understood horror. My childhood was a horror show. So why am I gonna go and get when all I gotta do, if I want to, get that is just, remember a few prominent key moments in my formative years. So, today was a pretty pleasant day for me. I got to, and then, that's the thing is I go into the store, walked out with her, and I said, and she said she had to get to work, and I said I had to go pick up my buddy, and I said his name. I said, and she said his last name, and I said, yeah, that's him. And she said I went to high school with him. I said, of course you did. Man, the people that I'm supposed to come across in life, that has never not been a thing. I never wondered, am I supposed to be here, God? Never, never. I always knew I was right where I was supposed to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Life is a trip, man. Life is a trip. And then we're in that funny part where it's like still in the 70s during the day, but it gets cold at night. I think I'm gonna make butter overnight tonight, and then I got these to make the next batch of cookies. I got my mini chocolate chips. Mom and I were eating spoonfuls of mini chocolate chips yesterday. Huh, Mom? You liked it, huh? I got a bag of these. They're minis, and then I bash them with the hammer to break down the pieces, and then I use that in my cookies. They're good. I'll probably use another. I should get walnuts or something like that. But you gotta be careful, because when I give them away, I always ask people if they have food allergies before I let them eat any. Anybody I give any cookies to, I always ask them first if they got food allergies, because people could get real sick. There's a cook that was on TV for a long time, a chef on the Food Network, 61 years old. He just died from a food allergy. That's how Jill lost her sweet Jagger. I had to think, because she has twins, and I didn't want to say the wrong one. That was a bitch. Look, my buddy gave me a doobie. Look at this thing, man. This thing is like a bat. Thanks, buddy. The leaves are falling here. It's pretty. I gotta be more practical. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve, because I'm starting to get cold. I'm starting to feel more so the aches and pains, and it's starting to get harder to get up. I almost slept in the big bed with Mom last night. Almost made it, and then the fan shut off, and then I woke up because I got hot, and I got crowded, so I had to come back in, and then Benny wanted out, and then it was cold, and it's also wonderful. We're pretty blessed in life, though, Ma. You know it? Like, how many people get to just hang out with their mom and their dog? No, I'll do more than that. There's doing Spanish classes at the library. I think I might go and try and, like, do that in the evening sometime. Because they have stuff that goes on from, like, 5 to 6. And get out and meet people. Maybe learn something, you know? Anyway. Start collaborating with the community and talking more with the people and see what they want, how they want to live. Right? I'm so tired of freaking the people at the top just deciding how people get to live. You know? Now I'm really ready for the bottom-up approach, that everybody gets to decide what we're going to do and how it's going to be done. That's how it should have been. For whatever reason, this land came off. It's the people that run it have gone away, and they started living for more freaking demonic outside sources, right? And I understand that freaking, the dude that calls himself the president right now, that he's not a Christian. I get it. He's not. Dude's not a Christian. Dude doesn't act with Christian values. And then I saw an article where he affirmed it. That he will be guided by his Zionism. He'll be guided by shit that has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with him. That, and where did he get it? Where did his beliefs get it? Where do people get their beliefs from, Ma? You taught me to believe in things that I believe myself. Not because somebody told me to believe in it. That's why I stopped believing in that Santa Claus shit when I was like 6. Because he never came to a Greyhound bus. It's one of his primary commitments. It's not a belief that he acquired in the course of his political career, but something he said he learned from his father at the dinner table. So and if you look back into who his father is and what his father, they're all a bunch of fucking skimy freaking mobster mentality, meathead, machismo, control freak, dominant, scumbag motherfuckers. And their reign needs to be over. All the way over. And I don't believe in any two-party this political system that I don't even know what they can't even put it off for anything recognizable into what they were trying to push it off as before. There is no left or right. It's just a bunch of rich assholes saying this is how it's going to be, and we did too much coke and we drank too much and our brains are mush, but we got all the power and control. People of this land need to do better. The eclipse is the opportunity to begin. That was a big jolt for me, the last one in 2017, because I was in Salem, Oregon, right where it began, and I was right out there in the middle of it. I won't go out I don't care anymore. It served its purpose and all that gimmicky shit. There's too many people that need stuff. But go here, hang out in a hotel, talk about this shit, buy a t-shirt while the cracks of society get wider and tell me how things are going to get better. People are really missing the boat. Oh well. The story keeps unfolding, don't it, Ma? We'll be okay, huh, Ma? We'll be together. Yep. That's what I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. Don't just do what your parents do.